Hello and welcome to another Minnesota EV Travels video. Today I'm going to be going up to Melrose, which is west of St. Cloud, followed by a visit in the Alexandria area, and then coming back home. I do have two charging stops. I think I'm actually going to use superchargers. They've decreased the cost of using the superchargers most recently, so Circle K is kind of my default, 43 cents a kilowatt hour. To better compete with gas and things like that, Tesla has decided to lower their costs on electricity or charging, and so they're down to 45. And so only a 2-cent difference. I charge faster at the Tesla superchargers, so I think I'm going to go with that. So I will be stopping in Alexandria and Monticello for charging for a total of about just under 45 minutes. The total drive today is going to be 314 miles with, 43 minutes of charging. And the guessometer is saying 293 miles of range. I did charge to 100%. I did precondition the battery. As far as weather conditions, it's 5 degrees out, so it's rather cold. Feels like -4. The wind, I'm actually going to have a tailwind on the way up there, about 5 miles an hour. And then gusts up to 11. So that's not too bad. You might be wondering, I'm not from Minnesota, how cold is 5 degrees? My dog was trying to do a number 2 this morning, and he was shuffling his feet because he couldn't keep them on the ground. It was so cold. It was entertaining to watch. So anyhow, on to the drive. I'll probably catch you at the charging stops and report some of the progress. Yeah, I failed to mention, we're predicted to get into Melrose with 38%. It's not, I'm going to go 38% to Melrose, then I need to go to Lowry, and then I'm going to hit the Alexandria Supercharger. And then on the way home, I'll hit Monticello. I believe that both Monticello and Alexandria are Magic Docks, but I do have my A to Z adapter as well as the Ford Tesla adapter if needed. But using Ford Charge, right, all I have to do at the Magic Dock is hold the button on the handle for 5 seconds, hear a click, I push it up, pull it out, the Magic Dock releases, and then I'm able to just plug in my truck and go. So no app interaction needed at all. It's pretty slick. Circle K, again, it's been kind of my go-to. I do have to do some app intervention on that one. Not a big deal, but with topping out at charging in like the 140, 145 range on the Circle K chargers, I can hit up to 170 something on Tesla. So that'll be some time savings at 2 cents a kilowatt hour. I'll pay that premium, if you will, and I'm okay with that. All right, we're coming up on our first stop. So far, we've went 103.7 miles at 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. I think we're predicted to get there with 38% charge. We're going to get there with 46, so that's good. I have been going generally about 75 miles an hour once I got out of the cities. I do have a little bit of a tailwind, but it's, I could certainly drive slower and I'd get better results, but I'm just going 5 over and I'm fine with that. So I'll update at the next stop. The next stop actually is pretty short, so I probably won't until I get to the Alexandria Supercharger. I finished visiting my family member and now I am on the way to my charging destination. So the truck had been sitting in the cold, it's 17 degrees now, for a couple hours while I was visiting with them. While I had like 5% more capacity than expected, I guess, or planned by a better route planner when I got to my family member's place, now I'm only going to be about 2% above. So I was expected to get to this charger at 9%, going to get there with 11. So that sitting in the cold definitely took a toll. And I'll pop up a picture here as well. My available kind of power to accelerate and stuff like that is limited to about 48% of capacity due to the combination of my low state of charge, currently at 12%, and the fact that the battery is cold. I did check on a Better Out planner. It said that my battery temperature was at 38 degrees. I am actually using the Ford Nav right now to try to warm it up. So I'm doing some preconditioning, which is also putting additional load on the battery. A frustration of mine with Ford is that they still have not added the Tesla Superchargers to their native navigation. So I'm actually navigating with their software to the Circle K, which happens to be closer to me here. I have to go across the freeway to the Target in Alexandria to get to the Superchargers. They will charge faster, hopefully.
Take second exit.
With the battery being cold, we'll see how much the impact is there. I was reading the other day about how somebody with a Honda Prologue, which is a variety of a GM vehicle, I think the Blazer, Equinox, something like that, already has built into the native navigation the Supercharger network. Ford has had this capability for the longest, and they seem to be taking the longest time to make it happen. So that's rather frustrating. But anyhow, I will see you at the charger. All right, we're about to pull up to Target. The battery temp is at about 42 degrees. It was at about 38 when I left about 15 minutes ago. Stopped and grabbed some food. Anyhow, I need to be here, it says, for 31 minutes, and then I think again in Monticello for about 15. So I will go over probably in each, just a tad. But yeah, expecting to get in and out of here pretty easily. It looks like it's pretty empty. To check in quick, we are at 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour at 166.4 miles with 10% battery remaining. Guessometer says 11 miles of range. It's kind of interesting how 10% equals 11 miles of range. But yeah, here we are. Again, 31 minutes, as it suggests on the video, charge is 67%. Okay, so started charging. We are already over 150 kilowatts for a charge rate, which is wonderful. Up a couple percentage already. Need to be here for about a half hour. Something to note too, I think I commented earlier in the video, it's 43 cents a kilowatt hour at Circle K, and that's always been my go-to because before Tesla was 49. Tesla did lower to 45, so it's a 2% premium to come here. They have plug-in charge, and it charges faster. I'm already on 155 kilowatts. I'll probably top out in the 160s or maybe even get to 170. I can only get to low 140s at Circle K because they're 180 kilowatt chargers. These are 250. Something to note here, particularly in Alexandria, is that now we have Circle K, Tesla, and Electrify America over at the Menards. And the Electrify America is like 64 cents a kilowatt. So it's almost 150% of the rate that you pay either at Tesla or at Circle K. So that's kind of wild to me. I don't know how they're going to survive with those kind of rates. The one exception would be, they are 350 kilowatt chargers. So if you had like a Silverado EV, you can charge that thing much faster than you can like this vehicle, which is a big help. So if you're in a pinch and you want to go fast, that would definitely be a way to go. All right, so I charged to 68%, and I think we charged for about 36 minutes. I didn't really look with the plug-in charge. I don't have like some visibility in the app that I do with like the Circle K stuff I've used in the past. So I'll correct that on the screen when I render the video. But yeah, I think it was about 36, 37 minutes. So longer than the 29 that was estimated by a Better Route planner, but faster than I would have had with the Circle K because I would have topped out in the 140s and I saw 170 on the Ford app for this session. So I'm pleased with that decision at 2 cents a kilowatt hour. I probably saved myself a good 10 minutes or something like that. So next stop is Monticello. I should get there with 11% is what is suggested. I am guessing I will do better than that, and then on to home. We are pulling off in Monticello. The Circle K chargers are right over here. I've been keeping an eye on the availability of the Tesla Superchargers. There were a few times when they were down to about 3 chargers, which then I wouldn't fit very well because unless there's 2 consecutive spots open, I can't charge there. And instead of waiting, I was just gonna jump over to Circle K. But I want the faster charge. I'm supposed to do about 14 or 16 minutes, and then I can get back on the road. So that is my plan. Hopefully it works out. See, I need to charge 14 minutes to 39%. I only have 15 miles left to range. This last run, I had a major headwind, so 1.2 miles per kilowatt hour. It's a 10 mile an hour headwind with 17 mile an hour gusts. Overall, 257 miles, 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. And you can definitely see like the climate usage on both ends. So this trip, 90.7 miles, again, 1.2 miles per kilowatt hour. And I've already jumped up to 144 kilowatt hours in the charge rate. All right, well, I charged up to 45%. I don't even know how long it took. That van that I just drove past, the guy comes over and flags me down when I get here, and he's like, "Can you please help me?" And poor guy couldn't figure out how to get the Magic Dock out. He didn't have the app set up. And then once I helped him with the Magic Dock to try to do, the charging without using the app, he did not have his plug-in charge set up. So that didn't work. So then he's freezing, shivering. He'd been here for a while. He had a tow truck coming to get him. And we went inside. He got his account set up on Tesla, credit card added and everything. And we got him charging. He was able to call off the tow truck. In the meantime, I'm helping him. And there's somebody that has a GM, and they had their brand new NACS CCS adapter, and he could not get the adapter off because he didn't see the little latch on there. It was the first time he was using that. So he was tugging on it like crazy while I was in his car. I had him disconnect it, and I showed him the latch, and it popped right off. So I am happy I didn't go to the Circle K because I was able to help some other folks. Wow, that was quite the experience. But I think that poor guy driving the van, his wife probably wants to kill him and never take the van again. I encouraged her. I said, get a better route planner. It'll show you where the chargers are and everything. And this all started because he went to visit a family member, and his level 2 portable charger went red. It had a red light for him. So he was kind of screwed with that. And he had never used DC fast charging before. So anyhow, that's a good story. I'll never forget that one. Good luck to him. So yeah, I overcharged a little bit to 46%. I only needed to go to 39. I was pretty busy helping that guy. Says we should get home at 16. I do have an errand or two I'm gonna do on the way home. All right, we have 17% remaining. No, 18% remaining. We went 310.9 miles at 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. See 11% climate use, 79% driving, 1% accessories, and 9% exterior temperature. I would have only had to have gone a total of about 46 minutes charging. I'll summarize how much time I actually did charge. Like I said, in Monticello, it got kind of interesting, so I went over a bit. But yeah, overall good drive. The headwind certainly impacted me on the way home. But hopefully this data is helpful, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.